After the excellence that was Ocarina of Time graced us back in 1998, fans were clamouring to see Link return to the award-winning style. While Majora's Mask and Wind Waker were great games, fans agreed it wasn't a true sequel to Ocarina. It was becoming a time when fans believed that a true sequel to Ocarina may never show up. That is, until E3 2004 came by. Imagine this. It's E3 2004. We've met for the very first time Reggie Fils-Aimé. We also see for the first time the brand new Nintendo DS. Overall, it was a pretty interesting keynote. That is, until the very last announcement. The very last announcement was in fact a brand new Zelda game. And the reaction was, it was, you know what? See for yourself. So, fans were kind of excited for this new Zelda game, and they couldn't wait to play it. Unfortunately, they kinda had to. The game was met with numerous delays, and wouldn't be released for 2 years. The game finally got released for the first time in the US on November 19th, 2006, which was the same day that this little thing was released. That game would be known as The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. From the start screen to the opening cutscene, you knew for a fact this wasn't Wind Waker. The graphics in this game are the most stunning and detailed graphics that have ever been seen in a Zelda game. The Link in this game is a young farmhand. The first hour or so will see you doing many things around your small village, like wrangling goats, bringing a cat back to its owner by fishing, as well as knocking down a beehive. This was done to introduce the mechanics that will be present in the game. We meet your standard farm girl love interest for this game, Ilylla. She's here because Malon had used up her quota for the time being. In fact, some people claim that the Link in this game is the son of Ocarina's Link and Malon, as she was the only girl who didn't cock-block him by becoming a sage. However, you are thrust into adventure mode sooner than usual when you need to rescue one of the village's children from some evil troll-like things. The Wiimote is used for the sword, and shaking the nunchuck is used for spin attacks. Overall, the controls are actually very, very good. Just use small flicks to do the sword. You don't have to break your arm to do sword swing, like other certain Wii launch games I could mention. Things take a drastic turn as the troll-like things return and capture Ilylla, as well as knocking you out. As Link regains consciousness, he runs off to save her before being dragged into another dimension known as the Twilight. It's in here where Link turns into a wolf. Okay. My question is, why a wolf? What possible reason could they have to have a wolf? I mean, it's not like the Zelda style could work with a wolf anyway. That would just be wait. Ah, fuck! You Hey! Haven't seen you for a while. It's here where we meet your sidekick for this game, a mystical creature known as Midna. Midna is better than any other sidekick in the Zelda franchise history, for one simple fact. She's actually useful! Midna can help you reach hard places as well as helping defeating certain enemies. It seems the memory of the cursed CDI still lingers in the memories of Nintendo, as Link, despite being over 20 years old, still is unable to talk, only doing the regular grunts. While there is the evidence of spoken dialogue, it's starting to get to the point where the Zelda world needs voice actors. But picking a voice actor for Link would either become a Charles Martinet decision or a Jessica Martin one. Jessica Martin. You know, Other M, she voiced Samus. Oh, what the fuck ever. The wolf attacks are just like the sword. Flick the Wiimote and Wolf Link attacks. Hold down the A button and he can bite. Twilight Princess would also see a mechanic implemented that Miyamoto wanted back in Ocarina but could never do. Horseback sword fighting. It actually goes very well and it gives the game that real sense of epic it was trying for. We would also see advanced combat techniques, including an instant stab finisher that's oh so satisfying. Because of the Wiimote, aiming things like the slingshot, the hookshot, and the boomerang were no longer tedious and fiddly. Because there was no longer need to aim with the analog stick, you just had to point at the screen and click. We'd also see some brand new weapons in this game, including the spinner, bomb arrows, and a ball and chain, despite never explaining where he can keep that thing. This game would also fix the main problem with Ocarina's War Temple, being able to switch the iron boots on and off easily. Oh yeah, we also see Link shirtless and doing sumo wrestling. Now there's something for you fangirls. While graphics are well detailed, it seems someone put a bit too much emphasis on bloom, which makes some parts of the game hard to recognize in varying light conditions. But to put it simply, the game is absolutely incredible. But something in the back of my mind is saying this because it's simply Ocarina 2. While that it's in no way a bad thing, it just makes me fear that the franchise will just wind up being stagnant if all Zelda fans want to do is play Ocarina over and over again. Twilight Princess was the first Zelda game to be released on 2 consoles simultaneously. See, while it was a launch title for the Wii, it was also the swan song for the GameCube. See, Nintendo did the smart thing here. Instead of putting it just on this thing and making all the GameCube fans miss out on their Zelda game, or putting it on this thing and making the Wii fans wait 4 freaking years for an original Zelda game, they decided to put it on both, with one major difference. See, Link is left-handed, but 9% of the world is right-handed, with the Wiimote in their right hand. So, Nintendo flipped the game around. It mirrored it for the Wii version, so Link would play with his right hand. The GameCube version, of course, offers the regular left-hand controls, as well as offering a more traditional control scheme. Twilight Princess would sell well over 7 million copies worldwide and win numerous Game of the Year awards in 2006. Twilight Princess was the second Zelda game I ever played, right after Ocarina of Time. And I gotta admit, I have to go with Twilight Princess. You see, while Ocarina definitely established it, Twilight Princess perfected it. That's one of the main reasons why the Wii did so well at launch. Other than Wii Sports. I mean, who doesn't love Wii Sports? For about 5 minutes. Join us next time as Link is able to make Nintendo charge $30 for a cheap piece of plastic. Wait, what?!